Hello and welcome to Aha Moment. This one is entitled Judging Judgment and was originally sent out on January 1st, 2024. So if you are a subscriber to our email list, then you would have received this at 8 a.m. Eastern time. And if you're not a subscriber, then go on to ahumanaapproach.com and become a subscriber. Then you'll get these Aha Moment Mondays every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. They're all thought-provoking little nuggets to, just poke at your paradigms a little bit and help you to think in a different way. And the reason that we do that, the reason that we create these, we want to create these aha moments. You've all had aha moments. You've had little ones and big ones, and ones that kind of just tickle you a little bit, and others that are, just a slap across the head that make you stand up and take attention and really pivot, and probably everything else in between. I know we use that saying often, right? It's like, oh, what an aha moment. And it's a pivotal shift. But the more that we challenge ourselves to do that, the more we question things, the more quickly we're going to be able to adapt to circumstances, and the more revelations we're going to have. So if we just accept kind of things as status quo and we don't really question, we just kind of everything just rolls off of it, we don't grow as quickly as we do when we challenge ourselves to actually create aha moments. So that's why these exist. So we take sort of an everyday circumstance and then we throw an aha in there to shift your perspective a little bit and get you thinking in a different way. So it's all for your growth. You ready? I'm going to read this one on judging judgment. And when I launched it, I said, this is my point of view, because I know not everybody's going to agree with that. But hey, that's how we learn, right? We start these conversations. So let me call it up. I'm going to read it, and then let's talk about what that means to us. Okay, here we go. I believe judgment is man-made. What I mean by that is this: the universe operates with precision, and the laws that govern the universe are very specific. The law of gestation, for instance, says that there's a specific time for everything. Carrots take about 60 days, not 2 weeks, not 5 months, but around 60 days. A human baby takes about 40 weeks, not 50 days or 3 years, but 40 weeks. Everything has a maturation date, time. The law of cause and effect says that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So what you send out into the universe in terms of thoughts or actions come back to you. The law of gravity states that regardless of how much you weigh, the color of your skin, what language you speak, the country in which you reside, or if you're aware of the law of gravity, if you step off a 10-story building, you are going down. There is no judgment, there is only law. But man judges, man takes sides, and that judgment stems directly from each individual man's conditioning, programming, experiences, enlightened state, and perspective. And with that judgment can come an opinion, advice, criticism, slander, or support. Aha! The world is going to judge you no matter what. So live on your own terms. It's natural for us to want to learn from one another. Everyone has an experience share that is valuable. Plus, being open-minded is essential to growth. But at the end of the day, whatever it is you decide you want to have or to do or be is yours and yours only. Everyone else's opinion is none of your business. And know that the more you put yourself out there to evolve to who you want to become, the more vulnerable you are to opinions, advice, backlash, rejection, and criticism. But that stems from their perspective, not yours. If you are doing what feels right and operating by law, or as Wallace Wattles puts it in The Science of Getting Rich, doing things in a certain way, you will not only create a positive ripple effect, you will also attract more unanticipated supporters on your path to success than you ever imagined. 2024 has your name all over it. That one was a fun one to write. As I said, I don't know that everyone agrees with my opinion, but that's okay. Everyone has their decision on where judgment comes from. I believe it's man-made. And the reason I say that is, as I explained in here, that the universe operates with such precision that it's extremely predictable. So it's like gravity. It's like the law of gestation. All of the laws, once you understand the laws, and if you operate in that certain way within the laws, then it's very predictable. It's not judging. It doesn't matter, what your education is or the color of your hair, anything. None of that matters. They're all circumstances. So, and everyone when you start to put yourself out there, everyone will have an opinion, and their opinion is based on their circumstances, their experiences, their conditioning, their programming, just as yours is, right? So here's the ticket. Here's the thing. We don't want that to influence us in a way that's going to railroad us away from what we know is right. And I'm really careful of how I say that, because people will influence you. And if that influence resonates and something that they're saying, just, you know, that they're saying it for a reason, they're getting you on side. And sometimes it's going to hurt, sometimes it's going to feel good, but somehow it tickles you in a way that makes you want to do more of what you're doing, and maybe even better. Then that influence is a good thing. But we don't want it to influence us. Let's say, I'm not even going to say good or bad thing. I'm going to say away from what you feel you are called to do. So one of my friends was, on a call with me the other day, and she said, I guess she's just on a mission. She's just allowing herself to be called to do something that is completely different from what she's done before. She's gone from government to personal coaching, and her husband's like, when's the income going to start? And she said, whenever it does. She says, I just know I need to do this. And so she's so on track with it that she's allowing the influence, but in a way that continues to resonate and help her build. So, we're pack animals. We feel safe when we are in bigger groups. That's just kind of a natural thing for us, right? Being alone is like, the sheep that kind of goes off on its own, is not in the herd, that is at risk of, of getting taken out, right? So we're the same way. We don't like risking being on our own, but it's important that we do. So we need one another. That's how we survive, in terms of we think collaboratively, just intuitively, we think collaboratively. And it's important for us to have the energy of one another. There's no question about that, but we all have a unique purpose. And so our conditioning often can affect that. And that's what we need to become aware of. So, as we go towards our purpose, we're sort of peeling off layers. And many times what happens is people trade what it is that they want to do. They trade themselves a little bit, sometimes a lot of bit. They work in jobs, or they work professions that they've really kind of been railroaded into by the family. They've been conditioned to believe that that's important, work to do, and not really followed who they were. So, and that's the safety of the tribe, or that is the another, self-sabotage behavior, which is pleasing other people. So, and again, that's all about being safe. It's all, the mind's number one goal is to survive, right? So it's going to find ways to keep you safe. And so people, based on their conditioning, based on their program and everything, might be living out these experiences. But so we need to, when we can kind of shake that off a little bit and say, what is it that I want to do? Then pay attention to, the comments and everything, if you so choose, or not. That's the thing, is that if you are open and coachable, and you're taking in what people are saying, just allow it to resonate. Use your discerning factors as to what you think you can use. And as I said, sometimes somebody will say something and it might hurt, but it might be the best comment. That disruption might be the best thing that ever happened to you. So I don't say don't be open, but just remember that conditioning, that all of the opinions that are coming at you are through their own conditioning and perspective. They may be valid, they may not. Only you know. So you want to stay within your lane and allow whatever comes in to do nothing but to propel you forward and to keep you moving forward, right? Does that sound good? Does that sound right? Does that sound like something that is self-honoring and is lifting? I feel lifted when I say that. I feel that, I know that the work that we've been doing with the human approach in the last while of getting that going, that I'm amazed at some of the people who have come in. And so, I said that in the aha, that, the more you put yourself out there, the more you're not just putting yourself out there for good stuff and to help people in whatever it is that you're doing, but you're also putting yourself out there for criticism. So you have to be ready for that. And how have your little, rules as to how that you're going to entertain it. but I'm amazed. I'm amazed when I started putting myself out there. I am getting people who are writing me saying, the world needs what you're doing, keep going. And I'm just like, wow, I think I've been saying that to myself. I feel very guided in what I'm doing. So when I hear others say that to me, they say, we want you to win, keep going, we're super supportive. And it's like, these are people like that are in different countries who I've known and I respect so much in the work that they do. I go, wow, they're watching me. They feel what I feel. They want what I want. They want me to be successful in what they see that bigger picture. So they're picking up on my authenticity of that, right? And so those people just kind of have come out of the woodwork and have just, you know, those unexpected supporters that we talk about. This pretty amazing. So get ready for the criticism, but get ready for some of those unexpected supporters to come in and just whatever it is, just keep going. If it feels right, just keep doing it because that's what you're meant to do. So, and that's as we sit here at the beginning of 2024, when this recording is being released, that's what we're looking to do. Many people are saying on a global scale, on an economic scale, that 2024 is going to be rocky. I kind of think it is. You know, everything I'm studying saying it's going to be, but in every disaster, there's always opportunity, and not just financial opportunity, but opportunity for growth, opportunity for collaboration, opportunity to do things differently. And I think that is where we need to be, and not be judging over it all. I think that humanity needs an overhaul right now, and I look forward to that. I look very forward to that. I say bring it on. So all of us who are taking a human approach, I just can't help but feel that we're going to win when we remember who we are. And you know, that's chapter 2 in 50 Simple Ways to Release the Shackles of Self-Sabotage. You can order it either on Amazon or on our website. And start releasing those shackles, getting rid of some of the stuff that's holding you back. But that's chapter 2 is remember who you are. And when we do remember who we are as electromagnetic beings, that we're always sending and receiving, and you know, we're connected with everything, not just everyone, but everything. And you know, one of my mantras is that it only takes a brief moment of intention to bring what I want to me, because that's how I understand that the universe works. So when we step into that power, man, we're going to be absolutely unstoppable. So let's make 2024 a phenomenal year, regardless of what the critics are saying. Okay. All right. So in the meantime, as always, succeed deliberately,